Yo.
Yo.
What's going on?
What up, fam? How you guys doing?
Doing all right, man. We drinking water tonight. That's what y'all doing?
Yeah, man. We drinking water tonight, man. You know
I got coffee.
Salutes to coffee drinkers, man. Salutes to Manic Sophisticated Jerk. You know,
It's
I'm
good,
glad
man.
you guys pulled up, man, because
no doubt.
You know, let me just start with the headlines, man. You know, women are the prize, man.
Oh, you wilding.
Yeah, I'm gonna start with that.
Women the prize, man. Women not the prize.
Okay.
Stan, how can you allow this?
Huh?
How can you allow this mess?
I'm the one that came up with it.
Oh, you did?
After
Drop them in 3.
a couple of shows, it just hit me, man. These brothers not listening, and because women are still the prize.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
they still having unprotected sex, having baby mamas. I'm just like, how you doing this?
Man, look, let me just break it down, right? You know, and like I said, I'm glad you guys is up here, man. Like I know y'all probably won't come up with a pushback, man, but you know, with a pushback, we have another kind of pushback. And here's the thing, right? Before I play any videos, let me make this clear. So, you know, for a while, you know, me and Stan, we've been talking about this mental health topic for men for a long time, right? And you know, we finally got it under wraps. But the problem is, right, we're not really getting like a lot of support, man, by the brothers coming up. And most of the time, the brothers, they come up whenever they see like a, you know, I wouldn't even say like a hot woman. Whenever they see like any woman that comes up, it could be like a person with an avatar of a woman. It could be a soft-spoken, ugly woman. Any woman, right, that comes up to the platforms. Not that saying that we have any ugly women that come up there. But the thing is, man, it had me really thinking, and especially like with the red pill movement, how you'll always like watch like certain videos about how to get this, how to get that, everything, the level up part, everything equates to try to get the woman. And if you're already a high value man, let's say you're like Shaq, you're a high value man, right? What are you doing DMing, you know, women that works for a Home Depot? What you doing DMing like other like type of women that's on the average? The ones that can't.
Man, you seen a woman from Home Depot? He trying to clap them cheeks, and she a Christian girl too.
How she look? Y'all got a photo? We might have to look for the photo.
She's just fine though. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh yeah. She was. We had some copycats. They came behind her, but we know the difference. You like, nah, you just got your application in. This fake.
But yeah, man. So you know, when a high value man comes into the scene, and you know they're getting all like the 6, 7s along with the 8s, 9s, and 10s, it gives the delusion for other average women and below the chance to get with a high value man. We got a lot of women thinking that they're the prize. And, you know, I'm starting to kind of believe that at some point, it's starting to become kind of true. And salutes to Kings of Dreams for tuning in. He says, salutes to my guys on the panel. Men are the prize. Now,
shout out to the homie Kings, man.
Yeah, definitely for sure. Let me go ahead and
men are the sponsors. That's what the men are. Men are the sponsors. We just sponsors.
Right. Let me play the super chat for Kings of Dreams right now since we're on the K&R brand.
Your viewership of the stream is highly valued, and we appreciate the support. If you would like to contribute to the platform, you can do so by sending a super chat, super sticker, Cash App, or PayPal donation. Thank you for the kind gesture. Appreciate the donation. I can't thank you enough.
I'm rich,
Thank you, man. Wally's like, huh? Yeah, Wally. You know, look, I know y'all probably thinking like, yo, empty man probably lost his mind right now.
You and Stan wilding today, but no. So you're saying the correlation is pretty much because like men build up themselves to pretty much like catch the woman. So that's what y'all saying the woman must be the prize because like all the like hurdles we put ourselves through and
Let's look at the hero's journey. Can you put that up?
Yeah, but real quick, I gotta give another shout out to Kings of Dreams because he said sophisticated jerk. Let's collab when I get back.
Yeah, no doubt, man. King, I'm gonna definitely hit you up, man.
Appreciate it for Kings of Dreams, man. Dropping in those donations, man. That's $7 so far, man, before taxes and fees from YouTube. But I'm sorry, to go back to what you were saying.
Can you put up the hero's journey? I sent you the picture of that.
Yeah, you talking about the older gentleman?
Oh, it's a picture.
Yeah.
No, I know you're talking about. Yeah, let me
the diaphragm of it. Is this a
I get you though. Let me
Damn,
get my
so y'all got like graphs on this shit. Y'all was serious about this whole prize shit, huh?
Man, look at this whole month. We still only 3 months into the year. It's bad. Here we go.
You know, Stan don't be playing around, man. So
yeah, Stan, man. My man Stan be on top of it. All right, so Stan, here's the graph.
Okay, here we are. We start there, right? We all go on this hero journey. And then we go in and we get to the task. And here we get to the death and rebirth at the bottom, right? And then we keep on moving. And
Stan, you got to start over, man. I
can't see it. Go ahead and read it for me, because I can't see.
You got the start. You got the start, right?
You got the start, right? And
I understand that. I can comprehend that. Call to adventure.
Yep. And the next up,
what's the call to adventure?
You got
so that depends on I gotta leave the hood. I gotta leave my hometown. I'm about to join the military, go to college.
Okay. And then you got the next step is meeting a mentor.
Rich, teachers, grown men that we follow, they help us out, right?
Okay. So now what I see, it says normal world, and then kind of crossing over, it's like the unknown. Now you're crossing a threshold. So what does that mean, Stan?
We graduated, right? We're about to have our own apartment.
So that's the reality starting to hit.
Your first car, you know what I'm saying? Making car payments.
Okay.
All right, putting yourself more in debt like me, huh?
You're becoming grown. You can't go, you know what I'm saying?
All right,
no more double eggs. You gone sophisticated. You gone up to go to Costco.
No doubt. I feel you. You use the word sophisticated, so I'm locked in at this point.
All right, so then we traveling down. Okay, so now I see the helper, trials plus failure. So so what is this? What is correlate?
That's all of us, right? We gone through you want to get that promotion, you fail, you don't know how you're gonna get through this job. You're trying to build yourself, right?
Right.
Career, life.
Okay. And then we're going further down to growth and then new skills.
Yep. Did you go? Now you either got a promotion, got you a little bit higher up in life, and then my favorite,
death and rebirth.
Yeah. That's
so is it I died for my sins and now I'm reborn again Christian?
I don't know about that part.
Okay. So it's not that.
Hold on, Stan. I got one. So, you know how the chicks be like, I ran through 100 dudes and now I'm a Christian. That type of rebirth.
That's a reassignment. I don't know. They call that a rebirth.
Salute to Kings of Dreams again. Support Black media. Yes, that's right, man. Support, and also follow Kings of Dreams. Subscribe to his YouTube channel. Definitely, for sure.
I think this could be something personal, right? So you're looking at either this is the age of 25, 30, 35, 40, or 45, right? Where you realize I don't want to become a manager, or this relationship is not working out, or she broke your heart, 808 style. You stop singing Drake. Now you about to listen to DMX. There's that life, that's that thing that just changed you. Now you just crush you. Now you just change.
So it's like a midlife crisis type thing.
Yeah, I was just about to say the midlife crisis.
Yeah.
Well, not midlife crisis, right? It's like rites of passage for us, right? When you hit 25, you change. 30, you change. 35.
Man, this shit is sounding depressing, man. What is this?
It's not. That's growth for all of us, right? We always keep on growing. Almost every 5 years, you grow.
All right. So revelation.
There you go. Every 5 years, you grow. You realize this is part of it.
Okay.
All right. Every 5 years, and then let me see. I gotta blow this up a little bit.
Yeah. That.
Okay.
Finally changes. Okay.
And then atonement. So what's that?
Atonement is you make peace with yourself, with your growth. because sometimes you want to go backwards, but you can't.
So basically, make peace with all like your bad mistakes that you ever done in your life, right?
Also, not just bad, but also changes. Like you change for the better, so you have to make peace with it. You've grown as a person. Sometimes people regret it.
Okay.
All right. Gets a gift.
Yep. So that's the whole thing. Like your gift. Now, this is the part where the gift is, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is the gift, the woman in your life, because you've gone through all this.
Really? Okay.
And the gift is the woman.
Which I think a lot of
guys, this is why I say the women are the prize, because after you've done gone out the
hood. You serious about this woman being the prize thing?
Yeah.
I thought he was joking though. I thought he was trolling the whole time.
Nah. These brothers are proving that point. Well, it's like, yo, women the prize. No matter.
But what do you think? Do you feel like women are the prize?
Men will give up anything to have a woman.
Nah, not men. What about you? What do you feel? Do you feel like you'd give up anything to have a woman?
No, I already did that. I learned. That's how I became the person I am today.
Okay, so are they the prize for you?
No.
All right, cool.
No.
All right.
No, because there's so many of them.
So we got one. M3 is the last one.
Like Doctor Who. I always want to have a companion. Like I'm like, okay, I broke up with her. And wait a minute, hey, what's her name? Come on, let's go. And then I'm off to my next adventure.
Okay. So like with me, of course, I'm always down for the troll, but at the same time, like I ain't gonna lie, it is some type of truth to it. But here's the thing, right? Now, of course, me myself, right? Present M3 or future M3 or whatever, I'm not gonna look at a woman as she's the prize for my life, because I understand, like, my value. However, I also understand that my value compared to the world, the entire world, does not even matter at all, period. And the reason why it doesn't even matter, because here's the thing. There's so many goddamn simps that's in the planet, whether if you're rich or you may have some type of status, you're always mentally, right, is going to think that you're lesser than the woman that you're trying to go after. You're always going to look at that woman to be the trophy and the driving point of why you even became successful for a lot of these men. Before I even continue, I got to give another shout out to Kings of Dreams. He says that church music means Stan, a.k.a. Vince Carter, is about to start dunking on him. Right. Salutes to Absalom, TV. Salutes my brother. Wally says this isn't a hero journey.
Yeah, Wally, this shit is a simp chronicle. That's what this shit is.
But if you think about it, right, this is what a lot of these young men, right, this is what they go through. They come up in these like type of red pill and Mansfield type of channels, right, and they're absorbing the wrong type of advice. See, what was intended to help, and salute to Von Eric, what was intended to help build the confidence and the self-esteem of a man, and to understand that you have so much power, you have so much value, you have so much work, because you was not born of value. You had to level up and do all these things according to like Stan's hero journey, right? To even elevate to be the supposedly big catch. But what do people do once they get up to a status? They just look for like prettier pussy, pretty much. And you still gotta approach, and you still gotta talk and holler at them. A woman ain't gonna know automatically right off the bat that you're rich or you got something going on for yourself, unless you make it known, or unless you have the status. Now, people have status like Drake and the finances or whatever. Yeah, I can't say that. Oh, he's not the prize. He's a big catch for like a lot of these women. Shout out to Drake. But most of the time, it's because of the status that he has and the fame that women already know about his value. So they're going to be pursuing him hard body. But for a guy like, who is like, you're a little above average, but you're not up there. People don't really know you. You still going to have to work for your value. Kings of Dreams says, nah, simps in the West. So he basically saying there ain't no simps like outside of America, but still, this is a problem And I'm glad he mentioned about Simpson and West, right? Because here's the thing. Now, let's just say this was like only like an American problem. We're so messed up as a country, and we're so socially programmed that the woman is better than us, that we have to be submissive, we gotta be goofy, we gotta do all these type of things, right? In order for us to impress these women or some of these hoes or whatever now these days. That we keep diminishing like our true value as a man, and we don't really show our true worth. The thing is, everything is pretty much like a mental game. If men just came together, right, and unified more often, I'm not saying unified to be assholes towards women.
Stan shaking his head. Why you? Stan said he ain't having it. What's wrong, Stan? My man M3 breaking it down for you.
He said unified. He was like,
because men are going to throw you underneath the bus for coochie. Men,
that's the problem. That's the problem, Stan.
Play
Right?
Play my organ music.
Wait. Hold on. I gotta pause real quick, Stan. Right before I play the organ music, right? The thing is, that is pretty much the key component. Remember, like, shout out to Mr. Best in this live stream when a couple of brothers, right, was like, asking, right? I think it was asking Lola about negotiating with women. And Lola said it's spot on. There ain't no need to negotiate. What's the point of a woman negotiating with a man, especially if a man, right, hasn't really negotiated with other men to be unified and compete against, like, with other men, other different nationalities, to actually show family values and show that they're worth of being respected. If you're a man and you're not really showing your worth, your true worth of being respected, ain't no woman gonna take you seriously.
So y'all think men should be unified? That's what y'all saying? Y'all think we should
stand on the united front?
We actually look the same way how women, right? They're dead wrong. They could be delusional and no accountability. The one thing that they have in their arsenal is that they always going to have a girl code. Even though women don't like each other, and I always say this, on these platforms, the one time when they get unified, right, is when they're battling against another man and they know that sister code. But after that, hey, all gloves is off because they're going to be trying to compete for those high value type of men. Wally, salute, man. Thank you for tuning in.
And what world have you brung up? Man, I had to look this up to see if this was a real thing, man. This is insanity. And then when I say this is insanity, I'm talking about this exact chart. That exact chart is insanity. I saw the better one. This chart is insanity.
Pull that chart back up. Let's break the chart down because there was some flaws in that chart. I wanted to get to the
better chart.
Stan drew that shit at lunch.
Hey, look, I don't blame you. I understand, like, you guys, especially Mary J, is, you're disappointed. I see your head down, Manic, but, the truth is the truth.
Can't even look at you right now, M3. I'm looking at a 2024 BMW M3. This is not what I'm hearing.
Hey, that's why I got my blue cap ready. You know what I mean? So,
all right, but here's what's wrong with this. Mm-hmm. It says gets gift. That's like at the tail end of this journey. So what that tells me is that this guy, whoever like came up with this graph, done went through life not hollering at nothing. my man got no game. He's just floating. So like at the tail end, look where it's at. It's 2 notches before return, change, and end. Like the motherfucker about to die before he gets some.
Oh.
No, he already died in rebirth.
That's the thing, though. That's the thing, though, right? This is why I don't really like this chart. This chart has no real depth in it.
Like, it got some depth in it. It's at the bottom. No. That's what I'm saying.
Well, no, I'm not talking about depth. I'm talking about depth.
That's true.
But either which way, I look at this chart and be like, what in the world is this? Most people, like, let's be honest, Call to Adventure. Most people, like, if I'm looking at Call to Adventure, like, what is that? Honestly, like, break that down.
Salute, Kings of Dreams. Real quick, he says, "Tag on for tomorrow." Good live, fellas. Thank you, man.
Appreciate take care, King, and definitely gonna touch bases with you when you come back, man. Be safe, brother.
Yeah, is he working or traveling?
Traveling.
Yeah, traveling.
A little bit of both, my man. Getting that bread, so.
Shout out to traveling professionals. You know what I mean? So salute. Sorry.
But Wally, what was you saying though? You was like, it had no depth to this.
Like when I look at this, I just be like, someone just did this just for shits and giggles, and I'm like, what is this? Like, and then to top it off, let's look at it from this point, right? Right when it says meeting a mentor, 1, 2, 3, that arrow, testing, right? That swing of the arrow. We hear you, Stan.
1, 2, 3.
Stan, we hear you.
Stan got FUBU wireless.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, but yeah, it says like right there, right? It swings over and talking about return change. Like, okay, if you're saying meeting a mentor, then it swings over. What is the swing part for? Why would that happen? There's no real in depth to it. So it's like this is just really like I can get it if you're talking about basic things, and then it's like okay, there's something added to it, but there's no real in depth description. So just looking at this, I'd just be like, this is what a hero journey is. No, I can't even do this now.
But see, the fact that like, okay, if it was created,
this is somebody, the person who created this. Do you know who created this? M3? Don't tell me it was you.
No, of course not. I'm not that creative.
You find it on the internet.
Nah, it's an internet chart.
Yeah.
Okay, so whoever created this internet chart was probably the person in their group projects in school that they were never allowed to draw anything. They were never allowed to be a participant because this shit makes no sense. Like from the whole journey, like, you know, why do you start your adventure needing a mentor? Like, if anything, you meet your mentor later after you go through your trials and tribulations because you haven't even tried yet before reaching for a mentor. Nobody goes into life, you know, seeking a mentor. You know, that should either be at the very beginning and your parents, you know, building a foundation, and then you reach your call to adventure, go through real life, go through your trials and tribulations, and then there should be a separate arrow going a different way, seeking a mentor, and that leads you on a whole different path. Or you can just continue on learning through life, and that should be a completely different arrow. Revelation, you know, that comes after your failures and trials and tribulations and stuff like that. Death and rebirth. You know, I guess this is more of this is not in a literal sense, because I was like, what the hell? But yeah, a death and rebirth of your old ideology, that should be constantly happening throughout the whole process. So it's not like a 1 point stop that goes in the middle. That shit should happen on your call to adventure when you actually go out in the real world. It should happen in your trials and tribulations. Atonement should be happening in trials and tribulations. And Git's gift, no, you should be discovering your gift in the very beginning, or your gifts in the very beginning, and then throughout the process of your trials and tribulations, perfecting your gift. And so,
but they referring to like Git's gift. Ain't that like a chick?
You talking about the gift? Yeah, the gift was supposed to be pretty much like the woman, as you know.
Oh hell no!
No, that's what I'm saying. Like,
scrap this whole thing. Nah, scrap this whole thing. Like, look, if you lived life like this, you would be a trick at the end of this, because you're not developing any social skills dealing with women in any of this process. So you're not going to get a gift at the end that's just going to be like, oh, unless
you get a burden.
That's why I said this draft is literally off hinged.
But here's the thing.
That's why I looked at a different one.
But here's the thing. Realistically, of course, like I know that, man. It's clear you know that Sophisticated Jerk and Wally and the people that you know that's watching us, like Kings of Dreams and all that. And of course, I'll be the first one to wave the flag and be like, hey, like, you know, men are the prize, because we can do so much. We have to work for our value, whereas a woman's born of her value. But then you have simp charts like this. You have Simp Harvey. You know what I mean? No one's Simp Jitsu. You have other simps or whatever that is leading, that has the money and the status, and is teaching other men how to still put. See, I think I might get copyrighted if I try to play.
But M3, like you spot on. A lot of guys do think like this, but this is why we have so many issues and stuff, because like a lot of them do feel like, you know, what the word is coming out now is like, hey, hunker down, you know, get your money and stuff, which is not a bad message, but to like ignore females. And like what Manic was saying, it's like, man, they don't develop no like people skills and stuff, man, no interactions. And they're like at this chart, it's like, man, third from the end, you get gift. So it's just like you already pedestalizing, whatever comes in your path and stuff. So yeah, it's a terrible mindset. Like you said, ain't none of us thinking like that, but just the fact that a lot of guys are mentioning that, because I have heard it, like they push that, and it's just like, man, they setting dudes up for disaster. They running into a burning building pretty much.
Yeah, you won't have the skill set to even like be able to deal with a woman if you haven't studied them and spent time around them, had conversations, had success, had failures. You're just gonna run at the very end and just think that it's just gonna happen for you. Like you could be getting, a whole manipulative type of woman who's going to take everything that you have, everything that you've worked for and built up. This is setting men up for failure.
Right.
You see where Start is? There should be a chick by Start.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me.
She should be
couple jump off after crossing the threshold. Couple jump offs.
Mm-hmm. Let me get to the comments real quick.
The trials and tribulations, maybe like some good women that you just like. You was just having a good time and you just couldn't. You just kept it moving. But there's got to be women in every little step, like multiple ones, because it's like you're growing with your skills and your ability to talk to them.
Right. Real quick, right? For a couple, right? Yeah, yes, I am married. Like going on like 11 years. Here's the thing, right? I don't want everybody in the chat to get confused as if like, okay, I'm getting a part of the Simp Nation. It ain't nothing like that. So let me make that correct, right? The thing is, I'm just speaking on the behalf of the realism of all these other young brothers, and some of them are like, like 40, 50, 60 or whatever, still talking about that simp stuff, still like pedestalizing, women and viewing them as a prize. The thing is, if we may not be the monopoly, we may be the gifted ones that actually was blessed with understanding women, whether if you're a late bloomer or not. But we have a lot of these people. We're outweighed by a lot of insecure men, a lot of men that have self-esteem issues. A lot, because you know why? The self-esteem and the insecurity comes in because you didn't understand your worth. No matter like how well you performed in life, you could be like a CEO or something. You could be whatever, right? But if you didn't really have that true drive, right, the true knowledge and understanding of who you really are and what do you really have to offer and how much other people really value you, dude, you're going to walk around with a chip on your shoulder thinking that you're worthless.
Right now, yeah.
And that's the whole point, man, of us even having this type of discussion, man, because we're outweighed by a lot of these men. Being married doesn't make you a simp. In our day, it was called henpeck.
Yeah, that's facts. Being married don't make you a simp. Nah, that's not what we're saying. Because I'm married too, man. But it's just we going over this chart and stuff. But I mean, to a certain degree, like I'll say vast majority of the guys, man.
I won't point out something to the chart.
Say again. What did you say, Stan?
There's something important to the chart. There's something important.
Okay.
There's something important to the chart. If you go to meeting the mentor, right, and crossing the threshold, you have a choice of going to the unknown, or you can remain and cut to the gifts, return, change, and end to the normal world.
Oh, okay.
So Stan,
I thought that was just a regular line.
Break that down.
I mentioned this earlier.
Yeah,
it's still trash.
There's that line is there, right? Yeah.
That's it.
You can go right in into the gifts. Just get your gift and just return and just be a regular person and don't make any change in your life and just pay bills and wait till you die.
So Stan, define the gift for us though. What's the gift? What's that imply?
It's gonna be the woman. It's gonna be the woman.
The gift goddess woman.
Is that what you read, or is that what you're implying?
No, it says it on some
That's
other
what I'm
clips.
saying.
Or
No,
the gift of the goddess.
I'm saying that's the woman. The woman's gift.
Yeah, they're pedestalizing women already. So it's
All right,
like
I'm out of here. This is some bullshit.
this whole chart is yeah, this whole chart is flawed.
Brother, you from Florida. You from Miami, Florida. You know this stuff is true.
And I don't give a rat's ass.
In Miami,
No.
here it is. Miami, the call of the wild, the call to adventure. Go to South Beach. Have some pink cocaine. Get a yacht. Meeting Puff Daddy as your mentor.
Hey, Wally down there with Diddy and shit.
I'm gonna go down and do some
doing speed bumps.
No, I won't cut through to get my gift, which is all the women. I'm just gonna return the change, get some more women, and I'm just gonna end and repeat this cycle.
No.
Welcome to Miami, New York, and LA, right there, and Las Vegas.
Hold on. Why New York got to get in the mix? What's up?
No, see, no. This
You know New York, New York City. New York City is like that.
Nah,
It's
man. New York, we hold it down, man.
You have to move to the barrels to have growth. You have to move to the barrels to have some growth.
All right, let me ask you guys this though. If you guys had an opportunity, to pretty much get the quality type of women, I'm talking about like the baddest women that you can, right? You be on like some Hugh Hefner type of stuff, okay? And all you have to do is pretty much just be successful. I'm not even saying like be like a mega star or whatever, but maybe spend like at least like, if you could foresee yourself spending like maybe at least like 4 years, whether it be school, trade, whatever the case is, and your blessing, is you got like maybe 10 or 15 bad chicks or whatever, right? That you could just pretty much mess with. They could live with you, or you could just have that rotation. Would that be something that you'll actually like accept?
M3, I think you're describing my life right now, and no, you don't accept that.
Anybody else?
Nah, I wouldn't accept that.
Oh, y'all cap like a mug. Okay.
Let me tell you why I wouldn't accept it. Let me tell you why I wouldn't accept the M3.
All right.
Because, and you should know this, you're married.
Mm-hmm.
Women come with their own individual emotional shit that they give to you, that they want you to listen to. If you're a man and you have a vision, you don't have time to listen to all their shit. They're going to be unhappy. They're going to all be fighting for your time, fighting for your attention. And it sounds nice at first, but that shit will get very time consuming. It'll be frustrating for you to play referee, because that's exactly what your job would be at that point. You're going to be conducting everybody's emotions. Hugh Hefner was an idea. He's an old dude. Them women are not messing with him like that. It's just all show. So it's just like he not talking to them. He's not even articulate enough to have conversations with a interviewer asking them specific questions. He's just an old dude. Like back in the day, he had, some class, some clout, and, back during that time period. But these women are just there just to be there. They're there for the opportunity, but he's not dealing with them on a day-to-day basis. Those women all had dudes, and his girl that he loved the most, she married a football player, and she was with the football player, and he didn't even have time for it. So it's just like, there's not enough time in the world to deal with multiple women like that. If you're going to be dealing with multiple women like that, if you want to be a Pookie and Ray Ray, there's a reason why they don't have successful careers and stuff like that. They're smashing everything because that's their focus. You can't be a successful person and do the things that you want to do in life if you sitting up here worrying about the emotions of 10 different women.
And here's the other thing. When men have like a lot of women like that, because even like the Hugh Hefner, I remember watching the show, man, and man, they were goofy. Man, he had to throw like lumps of money at the problem. So me personally, I'm just too cheap. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't do it because like the type of women that you're going to draw into your situation where, they're even cool with that. Because, think about it. Like if you got your shit together, you got game and the female actually likes you. She ain't gonna allow other females around. So the type of females that's going to come around you like in a mass like that are going to typically be chicks that are like gold diggers and just want, like he said, for like Hugh Hefner, want the resources. So man, like that, even when they left, they were like doing the tell-all books about them. So that's what I'm saying. Like, man, when you pull that type of shit into your life, man, look at all the dudes that's like going downhill now because of the females that they probably thought that liked them, came there for the resources, and now it's just like their whole lives are crumbling before our eyes, man. So yeah, nah, you don't even toy with it, man. It looks good on paper, but
It looks
I think
good in
like
theory.
dudes like us that have that like foresight and stuff, you just know like I'm dodging the bullet. I'm not even gonna mess with that. I'm not gonna pull that in my life. Even what Manic's saying, this is like, man, the time management, the emotion management, that burden, I couldn't even deal with it, man.
No,
And then the resources you got to throw at that. So it was a good question though.
Yeah. The only reason why I asked that question, right, not as like a trap card or whatever, but I asked that question because I wanted to hear you guys' just like response to it, because I know that you guys have a lot of value in your responses. The reason why I brought that question up there, right, is because the simple problem is that, see, you guys are professional thinkers, right? You know, you guys are critical thinkers. You guys are more open-minded. So you guys see the BS that goes on behind, like, oh, just like what it's like presented to be glamorous. Let's say, for instance, like rappers advertise Balenciaga, like Gucci and, you know, Nike and all those other companies that don't even care about black people, flat out, right? But people like are looking at them and they're like, oh man, they're like rich or whatever. Man, I want to have that lifestyle. They have a whole bunch of bad chicks, right, and just be groveling at them, not knowing that they probably have like bad contracts, messed up deals or whatever, bad spending habits, and they're fake rich. So whenever you hearing like these, you know, you go on YouTube and you're hearing like these like dating gurus, right? In comparison to it, everybody try to sell you some type of dream, you know, if they're not even being true to themselves. Most of these dating gurus that be telling these men, right, hey, if you act like me and, you know, you do this and you do that, you're gonna have like a whole rotation of chicks. Knowing that that's the driving point of most of these incels that can't even get a woman to even look at them, period. And you selling that dream in hopes of them thinking that, okay, as long as they keep buying their courses. Now, I'm all for self-improvement. Don't get me wrong in that part. I think the self-improvement part for a man is great. But when the driving motivation is about women still, that's where you kind of lose me at. And when you're selling these courses and you're talking about over and over how to get the baddest superficial whore that you could get, and they're falling for it, that's where I gotta put a stop to it.
Nah,
But I mean, it sells.
Go ahead, man.
I was just gonna say real quick, it sells. I mean, there's the reason why, you know, people develop these courses. You know, they know that men are watching this, and you know, there's some men that pedestalize, you know, women, especially a beautiful woman. So it's just like, you know, that's an easy place. Like, oh, I can tell you how to get that woman. Follow this step. I can't tell you how many times I've seen that stupid clip where, oh, if she's pulling away, you can just send her this one text message and it'll get her chasing after you. Like, I think we've all seen that. And the dude never reveals the text messages. So it's just like, you know how many people have probably clicked on that and bought that course, but nobody tells what that text message was? Like, it's just an opportunity for him to make you read some bullshit, make you go to his site, click some seminar that's free. Then he's going to tell you everything but that text message, and then tell you, oh, if you buy my program for $9.99, I'll tell you the text message and you'll have unlimited game. And it's just like, it's just a regular dude who's great at marketing.
Yeah, fact.
Got no experience with women. Just knows how to talk and put together a package. Like, it's the same shit. It's America. It's capitalism.
You know,
But M3, you got a good point though, because yeah, a lot of these dudes, like that, like I said, they'll develop the courses and stuff. I mean, mentorship ain't bad. You know, like if you go into somebody, you know the outcomes that they have. But see, the problem with a lot of online stuff is like, man, you don't know who you talking to at the end of the day. So I think that's one of the issues. And then also it's just, you know, like people reached out to me and Manic before. It was like, hey man, we want to get like some we refused it. We're like, look, man, we don't do that type of stuff. We just talk to people just off the strength of being like good dudes and stuff. So it's like, man, if I have the time, you hit me up. I'm gonna get with you about certain things. But like a lot of the guys, they know like a lot of dudes are struggling with women, so they know to a certain degree that they fixate on that. So you know that they want to outlive those desires. So they're looking at these different guys like, oh man, I want to live that lifestyle, but you know they're just not applying common sense to that situation. Like, damn, you know, how much money does he got to pay for that? Damn, how's the headache on that? What's the liability? Because I mean, look at these dudes like Diddy and them, man. They getting caught up because of all the women that were around them, man. So there's a liability thing. Like, they don't get their way, man. They could go back and shoot. New York, they got that one law that came out where the women are going back suing all them dudes and stuff. So,
man,
yeah, you play around with that stuff if you want to, man. It don't end well, man. And we're seeing it playing out in real time now, you know.
Let the record state, the jerk didn't want to take their money. I absolutely want to take their money, but I'm an asshole. I ain't shit, and I know it. So,
hey, I would have took their money too, though, but I will still help
I was
them.
definitely trying to.
I would have gave some extra time.
Nah, I can't do it, man.
No, don't take the money because they'll come back and sue you guys.
I would have took the money and disappeared.
Don't take the money. But I know, like, we talk
changed my
about
IG
simps,
name.
right? There's something worse than a simp.
What's that? What's worse?
Hey, there's something worse than a simp.
Oh shit!
And that's the bottom feeders. Bottom feeders.
So not power bottom.
What are those?
Feeders.
What are bottom feeders? That's a new term for me.
Bottom feeders, like they just waiting for you to fail in the relationship.
Oh, the rebound guy, huh?
The
friend
guys
zone
that's
dude.
sitting on the sideline trying to figure out when you're gonna break up with your girl, being friends with your girl while you're dating your girl, and waiting for y'all to break up so he can move in.
Yeah,
I'll call them bottom feeders. They just waiting.
Facts.
They never go
worse.
ahead and talk to anybody. They just like friends with everybody else's girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the vultures, man.
And those like there's so many bottom feeders out here. It's like, oh yeah, he's a good guy, and I'm like, yeah, I bet he is.
But as a man, you got to recognize that, like, okay, it's a bottom feeder.
But
you
then
got to take him out. You got to take him out before he takes you out.
See, I usually call.
But see, for the bottom feeder, you see the woman is the prize, though. The woman, the prize.
Yeah, for
again,
sure.
She's the prize.
But she's the prize for simps too. So bottom feeder simps, yeah. The woman's the prize for sure.
And keep in mind, we heard from Miss Polly herself, who said like her goal as a woman, and most women, they like to derail men from their from their purpose. Like they get off of that. Women get off of like derailing men from their purpose. It's like a victory for them. And and that stuck with me for a month. I'm like, wow.
I mean,
no, that's a fact.
He's true. Yeah. He's
she ain't lying. But that's why you got to be strong as a man. Because the flip side of that is, if you're the guy that's focused, you stay on your path, they're gonna be attracted to that anyways. So it's almost like a catch-22. You can't let all of them pull you off, because once you get pulled off your purpose and stuff, and they know how to manipulate you, like, man, they put you in that category of guy like they using you. You are like a resource to them. But if you're that one that's on that top tier, then you know you're gonna be the prize in that scenario, because now they coming at you from a physical attraction standpoint where, man, they're gonna do whatever for you. Those are them chicks that we be seeing all the time. Be like, damn, you still dating that dude in the prison? They sending kites to him and stuff, like sending them packages. So that's what I'm saying. Like, have your stuff together, keep focused. You go win out. But yeah, they definitely will pull you off your purpose.
Yeah, but there's nothing more like victorious, right, than a woman like taking a man's husband. I mean, another woman's husband. You know what I mean? And I think that's like the ultimate like ego boost for any woman. Yeah, especially like if they had an altercation with someone and they're like, okay, I know where to get you at. I want to get you like, from your man. I want to take your man away. And when that happens, it's like, oh man, it's like one like the worst feelings like for another woman.
Yeah, no doubt. They do be doing that.
Yeah. So I don't know, like for me, man, I just don't beat around the bush. So maybe that's why like some of these live streams are not like as long as it should be, because what's the point of just over talking and just trying to get from point A to point B when honestly, man, it's just as simple as this. For for a man to like, I mean, the best way for a man, right, to actually have peace is when he actually knows his worth. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
We already know that most men work super hard so they could get the quality woman, or they think that they could get multiple women. And if so, I mean, if that makes you happy, then cool, go ahead, right? But honestly, man, like women, right, should not really, and they're not really intended to be your prize anyway. It was really meant to be a man's byproduct of his livelihood, of his success. Don't have to be about monetary things, but what drives you that makes you feel confirmed that you're a successful man? If you already have peace in yourself, some people find peace to be successful. I mean, besides money, some people find like, okay, you have a purpose of something, you're doing something good that's contributing to the world. You may not be making X amount of money. You may not be making like, you know, 100K a year that most people be talking about, but you found your peace, and your byproduct is doing the same type of charitable work that you're doing as a man. But until then, like, you know, we got like a lot of people that soak up the internet wishing that they could be a top elite man without understanding the struggles that comes along with it.
Yeah, that's one of the things we always try to hit up on, man. We're like, you know, it's because in the internet space, you know, everybody focuses on the leadership shit and the high value man, all these titles and stuff, versus like actually like, you know, putting that work in to build those characteristics and build yourself up. So yeah, that's why I was like, man, a lot of times we try to stay away from like the titles, and it's just
but
like,
they
man,
don't want to put in that work.
But
where's the woman? If I put in the work, I want the woman. That's the thing, right? If I put in the work, if I get this degree, if I get this money, if I become a high value person, I want to get, what's her name? Like who's a hot chick right now? Carisha. I want to get her pregnant. I want her to be I want her to carry one of my babies. I want to be her next baby daddy. I think a lot of times the goal now, you don't need marriage. They looking for baby daddies. And that's the I hate to say this because my Latino family say this, right? It doesn't matter how pretty the girl is, what's the receipt? AKA, did you get her pregnant? And I'm just like, God.
Oh, that's terrible.
This is what you're teaching us now? You want us to go around random women pregnant? Like that's what
Yeah, damn. Yeah.
But like, just get her pregnant. Just get her pregnant, Stanley. I'm like, I don't know her. I just met her. Get her pregnant. Like what? That's not life.
Stan, you're gonna have to move, man. You're gonna have to move to like New Hampshire or some shit.
Yeah, let me wave this flag real quick. Boy,
I'm just saying, like that's like the thing now, right? It just but that's it's crazy though. Like that's the goal. Is like, yo, just don't. Nobody wants to get married, and let's be honest, people are not getting married. You don't need to get married because like this quote unquote co-parenting, basically what you are, you're using that baby to leverage this man's life. You're the wife. You're the wife without like giving up any wifely benefits. So you control the man. You stop him if you can from having like other kids.
So Stan, you say nowadays people shouldn't get married? That's what you're saying? Is that your sentiment?
Have you seen the classes on TikTok?
What you mean
the classes the women are giving each other on TikTok? Here's one of the classes. Ready? Don't get married. You should get more than one baby daddies. They did the mathematics.
Oh shit.
Because if you went ahead and you got one man, if you got married and you got a set of kids, right? If you have 4 kids with one man, that's $300. But if they each had a baby daddy, that's $300 each.
Oh shit! So
then on top of that, you ready for that? If your child has a learning disability, that's SSI. So that's another check that's coming. And then you could charge the baby daddy up to the child is 24 years old. I mean, there's so much classes. There's classes. They teaching us all on TikTok.
This is the lower. This is the bottom tier of women. like who have to do shit like this.
Bottom tier, but think about it. What's her name? Who got a baby with Future? She got a baby with Bow Wow, and now she got that 25-year-old NFL player. She's set for life. Like it's like she did beyond Sierra prayer. I don't know what prayer that is, but that's like
Wave that flag. Just wave
She'll have
that
to-
flag.
Hey, he do have a good point about that.
Nah, he do. It's a
situation, and it is a thing. I'm going before we end this off, right? All right, two things. One, our announcement. So of course, like this is gonna be like our season finale, right? For Can You Spare a Change for the mental health topic for men. We will be back, you know what I mean? But we're gonna have another segment, right?
Toxic Tuesdays.
Say again?
Toxic Tuesdays. That's what y'all need to do. Turn up, damn it.
It's gonna be dark. It's gonna be real dark. You know what I mean?
I'm out, y'all.
We're gonna have an edge.
All right, man.
Pragmatic, right?
Yes, man.
all right, man. Have a good night, man.
Yeah.
Phone up. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. The second thing, right? Hold on, let me see. He says, you are aware the law is changing state by state. Women can just say he's the baby daddy. DNA test will be required at birth. Okay.
Oh, and guess what? And then they're gonna go up and then they go up for the man who's like, "Where's my prize, baby? I'm your prize. Let me go ahead. Okay, you make $500,000 a year. Let's make it this $100,000 a year stuff you guys been talking about. Stop it. Taxes are taken out of it, and we're looking at that's $50,000. So you're not talking about no real money. If you want some real money, go for the man that's making like $500,000. And so the man making $500,000, that's $250,000. Right? As long as you don't mess with them in Texas, because Texas have a cap. Again, this is a class I learned from TikTok. These women are learning from TikTok. That's why
we got breakdown.
Chris, what's his name? Chris Brown moved to Texas.
Yeah, he sure did.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, hey, we need to break down
Chris
these videos,
Brown
man.
moved to Texas.
Didn't Drake move to Texas?
Most of them might move for Tuesday, but Chris Brown moved to Texas. Yeah, that's how. There's a cap. There's a cap in Texas. Like the highest you can get for child support is $1,000. You're not gonna get what's his name, like $24,000 a year, like Tyrese got to pay.
Wait, hold on.
What's her name? Ex-husband, Mariah Carey ex-husband, going around.
Oh, go ahead, Stan.
I say the reason why, what's his name? The ex-husband of Mariah Carey? What's his name?
I forgot.
You mean Nick Cannon?
Well, that guy, that's why he's. Say again?
You talking about Nick Cannon?
Nick Cannon?
Nick Cannon, yeah. Like his child support is in Texas. So they're not making money off of Nick Cannon. That's why,
That's the thing, though. She makes money.
Why they're trying to make sure.
Wait. Okay.
If you think about Drea picked.
Yeah, Dre and that George Chavis. That's that one you was talking about. Yeah, they getting paid, man.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, because Drea is in California. He's from California.
Well, we already know he's a young dummy, but let's rewind real quick. Okay, okay. In order to have that cap for child support, you saying like it gotta be in Texas? Does a baby have to be born in Texas?
Nah, you just got to move there and file.
Or the father got to stay in Texas. Yeah. Yeah, you got to move to Texas.
You got to move to be a Texas resident. So you could pretty much mess around with any bad chicks or whatever. They could be in California. They could move around and be like, give them birth in California. So they can't do that. As long as you are a Texas resident, you could get away with it.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's how he's able to pay all these women off. Like that's nothing to him. $1,000
and how many
for each child? That's nothing.
Got like 13, 15 of them. Okay, so that's 15.
He got like 12. The Mariah Carey kids don't count. She was like, that's the one she made through marriage. She don't count them other kids. She's like, that's his problem.
Yeah,
because her money is her money. She's like, So
Damn, I didn't. Okay, now
Yeah,
that's
man, Drea's
good
smart.
information. So, fellas, if you're hearing this and you want to pop up some babies and be reckless, right, like Nick Cannon, make sure you live in Texas. You get your Texas license and all that. So, matter of fact, make sure your birth certificate says
There's a
Texas.
cap in Texas.
Yeah, now Texas does have a cap.
Okay. And then Sister Iam says that very sad that men want to do the least for their children. Nah, it ain't about doing the least. It's like making sure that these bitter baby mamas, right, don't rip them off. If you think about this, right, and Sister Iam, you know how some women could be, right? Most of the time, where does the money go towards if you spending like, let's say like 15,000 like or 20,000 like Tyrese, the whole amount is not going for the child, and especially you barely could even see the kid anyway. And it's not like it's the man's fault. I mean, it's the man's fault for impregnating like the psycho chicks or whatever. But again, it's not the man's fault that he doesn't want to see his kids. It's that you have women that keep him from seeing their child, but they still want the money. Like what's her name? Tyrese's ex-wife, Samantha Lee. You know what I mean? So, die-hard Christian-like type of woman, right? Let me play the Halo sound effects, right? Because she's supposed to be one with the Lord. But again, you don't want to repent. You don't want to repent and just like call off this child support situation. You just want him to like just continue on to like take whatever that that he makes. Yeah, I mean that he definitely works hard for. So salute to Sophisticated Drake. He said he has a rollout as well too. But he says, yeah, we should do a Toxic Tuesdays down the line. I like that, the Toxic Tuesdays. But again, we got something coming up, man, for Tuesday. So stick around.
Man, there's classes. TikTok is no joke.
Cooper says, men don't do the least for the child. The child is used for financial gain to play. Game over. Yes. Anyways, man, the last part I was gonna make right now. Actually, I'm kind of glad that some people brought this up, right? Because what do we usually hear a lot, right? We usually hear a lot that there's not like a lot of good men that's out there, or men don't want to spend time with the kids. Men don't want to put out for the kids, right? But we have a video, right, that proves that no matter how old you are, right? And I'm just saying specifically for the men, right? No matter how old you are as a man, you're always going to be there for your son as long as life is granted for you to be with your kids. You have some deadbeats, but not all.
But
It's
this
just
is
that
my
logic
thing.
is crazy. Forever celibate. Okay. I mean,
But what part of the logic is crazy? Okay, you're talking about very sad that men want to do the least for their children, but But the thing is this: do we know that's every single one of them, or that's just the fact that that's where they're placed in? Once you hit them with the child support, and then to top it all off, how much money do one child really needs for the lifetime to the point they're 18? At least about last time I checked, almost close like 300K in their lifetime or something like that, more or less, one or the other. So
One or the other.
all I know is that you have the ones that has the money, they get finessed, and then what's even worse, you're a working class man, an average guy, and you paying child support, and he still try to finesse you. You know what I mean? You have guys that got finessed thinking that the child was theirs, but because they took care of that child, even they didn't have to be married, they still paying child support for somebody else's kids. So shout outs to the cleanup men that's clean up after the deadbeats. You know what I mean?
But think about it. But my thing
Not
is
the
this.
cleanup.
The cleanup
But
man.
my thing is this. This is the thing that's just weird out for me, because when you look at how much men out there, regardless on everyday basis, if men had the opportunity to actually raise their kid, right? If you split the child going to the father, going to the mother, every which way, the father would have to pay to have the child in some form of capacity, right? Yes or no? So my thing is, even in a sense of child support, okay, you having it at the mother's place, But again, if the money is for said child, again, how much does the child really need for a lifetime throughout the whole pace? Because that means what it's telling me is, what are you doing on your end?
She don't have to answer that.
That's bullshit.
The price ain't got to answer the shit.
Yeah, the wife don't have to answer that. Even if the father has full custody, doesn't mean that he gets the same benefits as the wife would have gotten.
But no, but that's my whole point. Let's say no, but what I'm saying is this: if the guy is over here doing his end of the bargain, he has no help. He's doing his end. Okay, so what are you doing on your end? My point is that. So this is what I'm saying.
Yeah, she don't have to answer it.
For a price is a bunch of BS.
Right.
I know, but the way the court goes, right? Like what I was going to say, right? Even when the father has the child and the mom doesn't even do anything and she doesn't even pay, he won't even put her in jail. Like the crazy part of it is like it's always geared towards men, and men got to pay the price no matter what. And that's it's sad because then you see like men who gone to jail for children that weren't theirs and the mom knew about it.
Real quick, let me play this video for a second while we still have people that's watching us and before we close out, because I want people to understand, man, like, you know, there's a lot of good men out there. So whenever they ask, you know, what's a good man or where the good man is at, or they have this notion that, you know, men don't really want to serve like for the kids. Again, it's a small percentage of men. It's not a large percentage. We was fooled at one time. You know, maybe back in the 90s or so. But again, let me go ahead and play this real quick, all right?
Mr. Kawawa, you are charged with a school zone violation. I don't drive that fast, Judge. I'm 96 years old and I drive slowly, and I only drive when I have to. I was going to the blood work for my boy. He's handicapped. How old is your son? 63. You were taking your son to the doctor's office? Yeah. I take him for blood work every 2 weeks because he's got cancer. You are a good man. You are a good man. You really are what America is all about. Here you are in your 90s, and you're still taking care of your family. That's just a wonderful thing for you. I wish the best for your son, and I wish you good health, and your case is dismissed. Good luck to you, and God bless you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Whoa.
But real quick, let me leave this real quick because I'm gonna leave this off this. I'm done. But I looked it up the average, right?
But
So
in most cases, for the announcement.
Yes. Salute.
Well, I still a little bit, but
please.
But real quick. All right, fine. You know, whatever that is. But look, I looked it up, right? So yeah, it's around 300K, give or take. Let's say that's this. I don't know for sure, but it's around close to 300K, right? So 300K you put down for the 18 years. So that's pretty much on a rare average of 16,666, and it goes beyond that amongst the decimal point. You knock that down by 52 weeks, which is within 1 year's time frame. Then you get 320. So each week is $320, right? You multiply that in a month's time overall. That's what? By 4, real quick. That's 1,280. So technically, y'all out here out of line. Y'all out of line. Y'all out of line. Y'all is so out of line with this pricing. Because it's so out of pocket.
Cooper says that it's paying them to make all that money, and those females are now responsible to pay the state of Michigan back for all the state's benefits they receive. Their anger called them every name in the book. You know,
but the state of Michigan is going to put them in jail. No, they're not.
You said no, they're not?
They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. Like, what good is it?
Yeah. Yeah, Sophisticated Jerk, man, he's promoting Toxic Tuesdays, man. You know what?
No, we'll call it the name of the show that you want, and we will still have Toxic Tuesdays.
Right. We'll work something out. Like Toxic Tuesdays definitely sounds Yeah, that definitely
Yeah,
sounds
them
tough,
classes they
but,
teaching, them classes they teaching. I found out so much stuff. Do you guys know what a plan C is if you can't have a plan B?
Oh Lord, go ahead. Tell what it is, Stan.
The plan C is to go ahead and find 5 other guys to make a deposit so they could cancel the one deposit that was done earlier. Because once all those deposits are in, they cancel each other and nobody's getting pregnant.
Wait.
Allegedly.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
Allegedly.
See,
But that's the plan C.
No.
Again, you learn so much from TikTok. You learn so much from Twitter. I mean, there's a plan C. If you can't have a plan B and can't afford it, go ahead and find some more deposits so they can kill off the other deposits. That's the plan C.
So I'm gonna just put this out there, right? So please be advised that whatever discussion after political, financial, medical, nor legal advice for information and entertainment purposes only. And I still don't really understand, but I'm glad I don't have to go through that. So please be advised that the opinions of the panelists, guests, chat, stand.
I'll send it to you so you can see it. But there's a thing. There's a plan C. There's a plan C.
So basically, what you're
Toxic
saying
Tuesday is a real thing.
So basically, okay. All right, you know what? Tonight. So I'm gonna just look at that video real quick, and then so that way I can get that full understanding. Because what I'm hearing is like a counter for a counter for a counter, and another counter. That's all I'm hearing right now at this point.
And they all fight each other, so therefore you're protected. So she really not 304 if she has a plan C. She's just trying to go ahead and make sure that she's not pregnant. Allegedly.
Okay, I just became high with all this information right now.
Exactly, right? Basically, like, she's basically looking for 5 dudes who super soak that to basically super soak her, right? Up to 5. What about 6 or 7 times for good luck?
I'll put it this way. You know how you guys play the military games you guys be playing online?
Call of Duty?
And you fight different teams? I mean, that's exactly what it look like.
Damn, so she getting like her team battle going on. Okay.
Squad. So when you and Wally playing them games, y'all doing plan C's.
So that means that the choo-choo, the BART train is beneficial, right? Because Amtrak, BART station, running through it. I mean, it's helpful to like her pH systems, right? You know what I mean?
Allegedly,
right?
Allegedly. Like I said, TikTok be teaching us a whole bunch of stuff, and so does Black Twitter. So
that's why TikTok is getting shut down, man. The government trying to shut TikTok down because y'all doing too much with all this information, man.
Make your money.
That's not the American way, man.
Don't be sleeping with these. Don't be. The goal right now. They tell everybody go find a square and get pregnant by squares and go marry squares and divorce them and make your money. I mean,
Tennessee was the first state to start the DNA testing for women and a child. Okay.
Yep, at birth it needs to happen. They ain't gonna like it, but guess what? There's gonna be a godly man out there. Go ahead, play more organ music. Where is that? And he's gonna think that he's Joseph from the Bible. But my brother, you reading the wrong book. You need to read the book of Hosea. Because that's where our generation's at. When you are the priest and you have to go back and get the 304 and that child that's not yours, you got to claim it. But that's where we at. We at Hosea. Now y'all going to sit down and trying to tell us read the book of Ruth, but that's not the truth. We are Hosea.
Yeah, Ruth and Hosea are whole names, so for me and my book.
Tell us the announcement, sir. Tell us the announcement. Bobby's about to pass out and so are you.
So look, we gotta close out.
It's an evil world we live in.
Yeah, we do have to close out, you guys, man. Look, shout outs to the Intellectual Soapbox. He is streaming live right now. Please go ahead and tune into the Intellectual Soapbox channel. He is actually streaming with let me see, Evaluation Love. So he's streaming with Miss Polly right now. Give my brother and our sister your support, everyone. And again, thank you for tuning in. Again, man, this kind of proves my point just a little bit, right? Even though we didn't have no women on the panel, okay, per se, but just to talk about women, right? Just a thought of a scallywag, right? Just brings everybody up in here, right? Again.
Oh, I just sent you the Plan C, M3.
All right, for sure.
So you can show a little bit of it.
I ain't gonna show it to you guys up in the panel, but that would have to be something like for our toxic moments right there. You know what I mean? But again, look, the whole point.
Hey, but what's the new show gonna be?
All right, you ready for announcements, Dan?
Yeah, go ahead,
yes,
please.
Sir.
All right, I don't know where. Let's see. Damn, I have no drum roll music, but that's okay. We're going to
Wally, give us a drum roll, Wally.
Drum roll, please.
Drum roll.
All right.
Go ahead, Wally.
So, our new segment for our Tuesday night segment with Stan and I is going to be titled The Midweek. Y'all know y'all don't understand. Like, what the hell? Like, that's it? The midweek? What is the midweek? Is the midweek supposed to be on a Wednesday night? Well, look, guys. Most of the people are not going to really understand unless if you actually were a victim in a traumatic experience dealing with, should I play like Mr. Oregon music, Stan? When you're dealing with situations, when you're dealing with people, when you're dealing with fake love, when you're dealing with, thank you, dear, when you're dealing with a bunch of people that tell you that they love you, but it's all about social programming. Here's the thing. I'm not going to knock down every religion, but the point is we're going to have these type of discussions because the thing is, I want people to be smart. And I know people probably went through some type of experience of why, they got turned away as far as church and religion, all this other stuff. So I want to just kind of break it down and also kind of share some of our stories as well too. Now it ain't always gonna be about church, but again, we're gonna have our little Toxic Tuesday moments as well too. So, but stick around and you'll find out. With that being said, I want everybody to
wait a minute. I want to tell you something real quick. Quick. Did you know there was a guy who went through, he was a influencer, and he went through almost the same process that we went through. He went through, and then how they treated him afterwards and everything, and how he broke it down. It's the same thing that we went through.
Okay.
More next Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, everybody, tune in next time, and you will definitely find out.
You can tune in right now to Intellectual Soapbox and talk to Miss Polly about what she said. Ain't that too, Wally?
I heard enough, bro. I heard enough.
No, yeah, I talked to her. You remember what she said? She said the goal is to take you away from your purpose.
Again, I didn't hear that, but hey, she said it. Hey, allegedly, until proven, until factual, whatever. Right? I'm just gonna say allegedly, but anyways, thank you everybody for tuning in. We are definitely out. He says I will try to make it. I'm out in the garage checking out the show and working on this 1965 Mustang, and my wife will be doing a cross-country road trip for our anniversary.
What? See, that's what you call a real wife. That's what you call a wife, not these new wives.
Man, that's what's up. See, that is a man who's content and happy with his loving wife, man. And
No,
Again,
that's the wife that actually love him. That's the wife that
too.
love him.
That too. Look, I'm gonna say like this. Salute to you, Marcus. Right? Thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna say this one last time.
Marcus.
In all serious and retrospects, right? Both men and no, let me be more specific, right? Because I ain't talking about you young boys and you hoes, right? Both good men, like you saw in the video, and both good women are prized together. They actually complement each other because everyone has their strengths, though they have their weaknesses. But that's why they have the strengths to cover each and every weakness of that partner that they have, that they're with. And the thing is, if you lose that purpose, if you lose that self-worth, and if you lose that value, everything else is going to go downhill. But again, choose someone that is right for you. And that's all I got to say. Don't be like those suckers. And again, one last thing. Major shout outs to Kings and Dreams. Kings and Dreams is the donation MVP for tonight. That man was making it rain with $5 here, $2 there, another $2, and $5 there, and then two. You know what I mean? And shout out to Manic Genius and Sophisticated Jerk for coming up there with the pushback. We definitely appreciate you guys' support. So again, thank you guys so much for sticking around with us. Much love to the brothers, man. Much love to you sisters out there as well too.
A black woman go fishing? Oh Lord. Where you find those?
I never even went fishing. I ain't gonna lie, bro. So that is a good experience.
Lord.
And we are. So peace.
Lord,
out,
I might have to rebuke the white woman.
Wait, what?
I'm not even gonna say no.
Lord have mercy.
Knowledge and relationships.